Good morning, students. This is Shania sir. Welcome back to computer class. In my this video, I will uh, take the class on variable and constant. That is from chapter 11, page 149. The question that we'll do: define the term variable and constant with example. Explain the differences between variable and constant. Write a pseudocode to show the use of variable and constant. And finally, we'll do a program in Python using variable and constant. So let's start. Take your computer textbook and go to page number 149. 149. Here we are. For the definition of variable, a variable in a computer program is a named data store that contains a value that may change during the execution of the program. So, uh, it's a named data store in a computer program that can change. Uh, uh, in our program. It's called variable. So, next line: in order to make program understandable to other, variable should be given meaningful name. So we should be given the name of the variable should be a meaningful. So suppose you need to insert the marks of the exam, so the variable name should be given mark. You're taking some price of the some product, so the variable name should be given price. This way you can create the variable. So for the definition, you write the only first line. Now, constant: a constant in a computer program is a named data store that contains a value that does not change during the execution of the program. So you understand that the constant uh, is also similar kind of thing as variable, but the value of constant cannot be changed. Cannot be changed in the program. So whatever, suppose you have created a constant in your program, so the constant value will be unchanged throughout the program, but the value of variable can be changed in our program. So next line: in order to make a program understandable to others, constant should be given meaningful. Yeah, the name should be given meaningful so that anyone can see, check the program, so that he can understand that what is the variable or the constant storing. What type of values is storing? It is storing numbers, or it is storing values like this. So not all programming languages explicitly differentiate between constant and variable, but programmers should be clear which data store can be changed and which cannot be changed. So there are several ways of doing this. For example, use of capital letter. When you are creating constant, you should be given capital letter. Suppose you are given a pi value, so it will be given pi as a capital letter. So it's a constant, the value cannot be changed in your program. Meaningful name that begin with const, const. So you can give us const and pi, and this way you can create the constant. Now, it is considered good practice to declare at the start of the program that constant and variable to be used in the program. Declaration are expected in programs written for the task in IGC computer science release material. Okay, better practice is that when you are writing a program, we should be always we should be creating the variable and constant in the top in the time we are starting the program. So you want to go for this. Here they have given another example. Here is example for this is the example of in JavaScript, and another one in Python. So in JavaScript, var first var, second var, these are variable. Constant, const first equals to 500, second const equals to 100. You can see that when we have created variable, we didn't give any values here because it can be changed throughout the program. But the constant, when you create the constant, the price is given with the constant, so that these are fixed in throughout the program. So here you can create this way, or you can create this way. So they have shown two ways of creating variable and constant. Here in Python programming, first var equals to 20, second var variable equals 30, constant first 500, constant second 100. So what they are telling, variable and constant are declared in Python by assigning values. First var, second equals 20, 30, constant. They have given the values here in variable first and second var, or whatever these values can be changed in our program, but these are not cannot be changed in our program. So uh, uh, here up to this we are, I hope you understand that the variable and constant. Now uh, I will show you a pseudocode to show the use of variable and constant in a program. So here we are with the pseudocode for the variable and constant. This is a pseudocode for finding the cost for total tickets sold. uh, you have to find a cost for the number of tickets sold. Tickets are sold $20 each. There is 10% discount in every tickets, and 20% for 10 or more tickets. Anyone buys any tickets, he'll get a 10% discount. But uh, anyone buy more 10 or more than 10 tickets, he'll get a 20% discount. So now there's another thing, that is tickets cannot be sold more than 20 in a single transaction. So the any buyer cannot buy more than 10 tickets in a single transaction. So here we are now. We start with the program, the pseudocode. First of all, I've taken a variable that is tickets. The value is given 0. Then I've taken another variable that is discount. The value is given 0. Cost is it will find the total cost of the ticket sold, that is 0. Then I have taken a constant, that is constant price, and I've given the 20, that is fixed that will be fixed in throughout the program. So it's a constant. So because my price is fixed, that is $20 for each ticket, that is fixed. So I've given a fixed value, and I've created a constant for this. So now I start with the program. I'm writing a code to input command, input tickets. So user will give a number, the number of tickets he wants to buy. It will come in my ticket variable. Now my program will check while tickets less than 1 or tickets greater than 20, any of the options. If any of the options are true, it will print a message: you cannot buy more than 20 tickets, and ask user to input the number of tickets again. So here it's checking that the tickets are not, number of tickets is not less than 1 and not greater than 20. So that uh, uh, because the user cannot buy more than 20 tickets in a single transaction, and it's giving the message, and it's asking the user to input tickets. So it is a loop program, while do and while looping program. This will loop until the user will not input a number that is between 1 and 20. So it will keep giving the message: you cannot buy more than 20 tickets. So here we are now. We go for the next process. If tickets greater than equals to 10, so we know that greater than or equals to 10 tickets will get a 20% discount. So discount equals to 0.2. So it is a calculated discount, so 20%, that is 0.2. It must be less than 10. So if it is less than 10, it will get a 0.1, means it is 10% discount it will get. So here we are. As we use if then else construct, we have to end if the construct, close the end if then else construct. Now here, cost, we have to calculate the cost. So user, here how we are calculating the cost: the number of tickets, number will become in my tickets variable, and cost price, that is 20, it will come here. So it will multiply with this one, and 1 minus discount means my discount is whatever my discount is. If it is 0.2, it will just subtract by that 1, and whatever the price, it will multiply, and I will get my total cost. So here finally I will print the cost. Your ticket's cost is here. So the pseudocode, I hope you understand the pseudocode. I'm showing you the code again. So now I will go for the Python programming to do this program. uh, to do this program. So go to Python programming. So let me start with the Python programming. So I've already typed the code for you, so I'm opening the file for you now. So here we are. The coding of the Python will be a bit different from the pseudocode. So let me explain you. Tickets, I've given the data type is integer. So the ticket is a whole number, the number of tickets. So it is the whole number. So it is, so that is integer. Discount is a it is a price. So it's a given float. Float is a decimal point value data type. So cost is also decimal point value, so it's a 0. Now these three I've taken as a variable. Now constant price, the constant price is a constant, as I've given constant in the before the price. So it's a float, and the price of the ticket is fixed, that's $20. Now I've given the processing code. Ticket less than 1 or greater than 20 will get the message by you cannot buy more than 20 tickets. And then it is asking the user to input the number of tickets and taking the value in tickets. And this is a looping program, so it will loop until the user input a number of tickets that is between 1 and 20. Then list the code here from the pseudocode. I've given the default value for the discount is 0.2, that is 20%. I've given the default value for this discount, and I've checked, given another conditional statement. If ticket is less than, the number of tickets less than 10, that it will get 0.1, means 10% discount. So here you can write the code as this way. It will become the code a bit short. So now I'm finally here calculating the cost. So the ticket number, the constant price 20, and discount will be subtracted by 1, so that it will multiply with this with constant price and ticket, and I'll get the total cost of the ticket. So finally to print my total price, your ticket's cost is cost. So my total price is in my cost variable. So I'm running the program now. So here you are. To show you the message, you cannot buy more than 20 tickets. How many tickets you like to buy? Suppose I'm giving a number that is 5. I want to buy 5 tickets. So here it is 5 into 20, it is 100. I'm getting 10% discount, that is 90. So close it, run the program again. Now I'm giving a ticket price that is 12, that is greater than 10. So here is that 12 ticket price will be 240, but I'm getting 20% discount, that is 190. So guys, I hope you understand the program. So thank you very much. Goodbye.